Everybody, it's your girl Nicole Banister, aka Nikki Banz. Today, in collaboration with Opportunity Desk, I'm interviewing Tito Kadafi right here on NIKKI BANZ Live. Oh yes, that is correct. Your girl is back. We back. Shout out to NIKKI BANZ Live, the one and only, your favorite time, your favorite interview series, your favorite hostess with the mostest, back in action, doing the things right here on NIKKI BANZ Live. That is correct. We are super excited to be here, and I am super excited to have you all here with me. And let me just say, NIKKI BANZ Live is back with an absolute bang because we have a really incredible collaboration and media partnership happening over the next couple of weeks with Opportunity Desk, and I'm gonna get into all of that in just a moment. Okay, shout out to everybody in the building. I see that our incredible guest Tito is in the building. Hey Tito, nice to meet you. We're gonna get you on very, very soon. Monet Villarba in the building. Monet, my fabulous makeup artist when I was in the Philippines hosting the Philippine Blockchain Week. Hey Monet, love to see you, girl. Hey boo boo. I see Korosh is in the building. I see that Chris Adventures is in the building. What's up everybody? It's amazing to see you all here on your favorite interview series, NIKKI BANZ Live. I am bringing you exclusive interviews with some of the most dynamic entrepreneurs, entertainers, actors, rappers, dancers, people from all across the globe, okay? 100 guests from 35 different countries, but today is actually the first time that I've ever interviewed anyone from Indonesia, so I'm super excited about that. Okay. Shout out to everybody who's here. Okay, I see my girl Carrie is here. What's up, Carrie? I see Glenn is in the building. What's up, Glenn? What's up, Zukisa? What's up, everybody? It's a pleasure to have you all here. Okay, and I know you're probably like, Nicole, where is here? Because I know y'all are probably like, where even in the world are you? Even me, I'm asking myself, like, Nicole, where in the world are you? Okay, if y'all have been following me on Instagram, you already know the handle at @TheyCallMeBanz. Then you already know that your girl has literally just come back from a world tour. I was in the United States for a hot second, legit, like 30 hours. I was in the United States. It was wild. It was crazy. Okay. And then I went to Muscat, Oman. My first time ever in Oman. Country number 50. Yo, can we get a round of applause for that? Country number 50, my first time ever going to Oman. It was gorgeous, mountains everywhere, ocean everywhere, such a vibe. Loved it. Okay, and then I went to London. Shout out London town, big things guan. Okay, and then I was in India. So yes, I have truly been all over the place. All right, now I'm settled down for a little bit. We got this dope interview series popping off, and I'm excited to be here with y'all. I'm excited that you are here with me, so thank you. Thank you for being here with me. I could not do what I do without you. To all my NIKKI BANZ livers out there, I love you. I see you. Y'all the best. Y'all get the DJ horn. Yes. Okay, so let's talk about this incredible interview and collaboration series that I have coming up over the next couple of weeks, okay? Opportunity Desk. Tell me in the chat. Have y'all heard of Opportunity Desk? Do you know of Opportunity Desk? If you don't know, now you know. Your girl's gonna tell you. Okay, Opportunity Desk is one of the most incredible platforms out there. It is literally a platform where you can find fellowships, scholarships, research opportunities, conferences, all over the world for young change makers. It'll literally tell you this conference is funded or it's not funded. This fellowship happens in this place or in this place. It is an absolutely incredible resource. I literally look at Opportunity Desk like all the time, like all day, every day. I am being paid to say this. I'm just saying straight up. Opportunity Desk is one of the world's premier resources for young change makers trying to connect with opportunities, fellowships, and resources across the globe. Truly, it's really incredible. When I did the 2017 United Nations Alliance of Civilization Fellowship, I literally found it on Opportunity Desk. I found it, applied for it, and then was selected all because of Opportunity Desk. So I got a lot of love for Opportunity Desk. And now, your girl NIKKI BANZ is collaborating with Opportunity Desk as a media partner for the 2023 Opportunity Desk Impact Challenge, aka ODIC. ODIC is a competition for young people under the age of 30 from anywhere in the world who are making a huge and incredible impact in their communities. So what these young people are doing is putting themselves forward, saying, you know what, I have a really cool idea, I'm doing some great work, and I want to collaborate with Opportunity Desk on it. And so for the next 3 weeks, your girl NIKKI BANZ is interviewing the top 3 finalists of the 2023 ODIC competition. All right, so our homie today, Tito Kadafi, representing Indonesia, is here with us to talk about his incredible business. All right, he was the runner-up of the 2023 ODIC competition, and Tito has an incredible product where he has basically gamified conversations around interfaith dialogue. Okay, so this young man has created a card deck, like think tarot cards, think playing cards. This young man has created a card deck where young people across different faiths, whether you're Muslim or Christian or Jewish or Hindu or Buddhist or whatever, different people of different faiths can come together and in a safe, fun, creative, and playful space talk about their differences of their faiths, their differences of their lifestyles. And in the current political climate that we are in, let me tell you right now, we need some more inclusive interfaith dialogue. You hear me? Okay. That part, all right? Shout out to everybody who's tuning in right now. This is NIKKI BANZ Live featuring Tito Kadafi, an incredible media collaboration with your favorite one-stop shop for all opportunities and resources across the globe, Opportunity Desk. And right now, I'm gonna bring Tito on. It's your moment to shine. Tito, I see you. I'm gonna bring you on right now. Let's do this thing. Let's get the drum roll going. NIKKI BANZ Live featuring Tito Kadafi. Here we go. Get ready. It's lit. It's popping.
Hi, hi.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
hello.
Welcome, Tito.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Thank
Oh
you.
my
Super
God.
excited.
I am so excited to have you here. You are a rock star. You are the first ever guest from Indonesia here on NIKKI BANZ Live. I've interviewed people from the Philippines, from India, from Nigeria, from Tanzania, but never from Indonesia. So you are #1 in my book, Tito.
Oh my God, interesting. Have you been to Indonesia before?
I have. I used to live in Singapore back in the day. And when I lived in Singapore, I went to Jakarta, but only Jakarta. I haven't been anywhere else.
I'm also working in Jakarta actually, and yeah, there's the capital city that's accepting currently in Indonesia.
I know, I know. But now that I have you there as a friend, I feel like I'll have to come back and visit.
Yeah. Absolutely. You can come back anytime to Indonesia, and I will continue to work wherever you want.
Thank you, Tito. You are so kind. I am so excited to have you here today. I am going to be talking to you for the next hour about the fact that you are the ODIC 2023 runner-up. You are a rock star. You are one of the top 3 finalists in the world of the Opportunity Desk
Oh my God.
Impact Challenge. How do you feel?
Really excited, and also it's a really amazing time for me to connect with many people outside Indonesia, especially you. And when I saw that the whatever prize that we can live together on Instagram with NIKKI BANZ or Nicole Banister, aka NIKKI BANZ, one of the famous hosts from the Africa, and I think it's really a great time for me to connect with many people, especially with your relations on your platform.
I think so too. And I'm so happy to have you here. And you know what? The work that you do on cross-cultural dialogue, on diversity, on interfaith communication, those are things that are relevant all over the world, in Indonesia, in South Africa, in the United States, everywhere. So this is definitely an important conversation.
Oh, thank you so much.
So, Tito, for people who are just getting to know you for the very first time right now, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about who you are?
All right. Hi, everyone who are watching this live right now. I am Tito Kadafi. I'm from Indonesia. I'm a person who really aspire with literacy and also diversity, equity, and inclusions. I found Bastra ID the social organization and education organization that has a movement in language and literacy to ensure that everyone out there, especially in Indonesia, can use these skills to improve and also their capabilities to solve the problem, including the diversity, equity, and inclusion problems. That's why one of my movement, like what Nicole said before, I and my team met Berembuk card as the game that we use to improve and also help people to negotiate and solve many kind of problem about the diversity, equity, and inclusions through the game. And beside that, currently I'm working as the people who work a lot in the diversity, equity, and inclusion issues, especially peace building issues in one of a corporate foundation in Indonesia. And yeah, this is me who really inspired with literacy and also the EI.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. DEI, peace building, education, advocacy. Tito, is there anything that you don't do?
Oh my God, what a compliment.
You do it all. And I'm really curious, these issues that you are working on and talking about, these are really big issues, right? These are some of the world's biggest challenges, right? Inclusivity, diversity, cross-cultural awareness, education. What happened growing up? Why was it that you decided to work in these really, really big topics?
All right. Before I tell you about the story and also context why I did my work through Bastra ID and also Berembukar, I just want you all to know because you come from all over around the world that Indonesia's religious landscape is very diverse, comprising predominantly Muslim people, but also many religions here like Christians, Hindu, Buddhist, and many more, even a belief in a traditional era. And I think the interfaith dialogue and religious inclusion in Indonesia is very, very manifest through the various platform, and also this is really fostering uh, for the respect people around ourselves because we come from a different background in religious, socioeconomic background, and even more. And at the end of the day, we also have the ideology in our country named Pancasila that really guide us for the interreligious issues where we should keep a peace in our country because that's also integrated as a value in our country. But at the end of the day, um, something is never don't always success. And I'm just thinking that problem that appear through my community and also my region where I live, which is Cilegon, uh, is the most intolerant city in Indonesia. Um, this city has been nominated as the most intolerant city since like a respective 3 years ago. Uh, and this year nominated as the number two by the one of our research institute in Indonesia, and last year being the most intolerant city in number one. What's the causes? There are 8,000 Christians who cannot worship properly due to the ban of building churches by the local government. Actually, I am Muslim. I think through this, I need to take care more awareness because I am Muslim. I am a person who are really able to advocate for the people because I have a privilege for the voice and also being a representative of this issues. Even I came from the not came from the religion that being the problem in our city, and I think this city also being the city where the diverse dialogue and also interfaith dialogue is not really open. That's also being the problem. Being my why, I'm working a lot through my advocacy, through my community, to with my people, with my friends to always connect and also advocate uh, for the people to take care more about this issue. Is we have a theory of change. We believe that when people more able to negotiate and argue, peace can be created. That's why it's really important for us to not only directly advocates to the government to build the church, but at the end of the day, the ecosystem need to be built as the community that is stronger. Not only me who believe that Christians need to get the right, especially in their worship places, but at the end of the day, I think it's about our concern. It's about our community. So all people in my city and also even in my country need to work together to it. So that's why the Berembuk card, once again, the game that I met with my community, uh, help other people, especially the students, to negotiate and also to open the interfaith dialogue to many kind of aspects, and also even um, the problem that really sensitive about diversity, equity, and inclusions. And through that, I really love, and we really love the encouraging student understand about these issues, and also even more we hope they can advocate, not only me, not only people in my community, but also whole people, especially young generation, can advocate more and also bring their voice uh, to the community and to the government.
Honestly, Tito, there are so many things that you shared right now that I just think are so powerful, and I'm going to touch on all of them. And I just want to
Thank you.
remind folks who are just tuning in right now, you can go to the top of your screen, click on the little white arrow at the top. Make sure you are following Tito on Instagram. If you are not yet, click on that little white arrow. You can follow Tito. His handle is at Tocads. You can follow me on Instagram at They Call Me Bands. It's really important that we continue to have these sorts of dialogues and conversations across young change makers across the globe in different countries and on different continents. And Tito, I think the thing that really stuck with me the most is the fact that you said Indonesia is a country that is predominantly Muslim, and I'm a Muslim, and I recognize my privilege, right? And I think that that's very interesting, because I think I would argue that most groups, they understand and know and recognize that they have privilege, but they have no interest in leveraging their privilege or using their privilege to help those who are not as privileged or not as empowered. And you have flipped that whole model on its head and said, actually, no, I have privilege and I have power as a religious majority, and I'm going to help a religious minority in my country to have more access. I'm curious about how you invest other people across Indonesia in that same mindset. How do you take someone who's Muslim in Indonesia, again, who is the majority, and say it's important that we actually focus on the minority, whether it's the Christians or whoever else? How do you convince people to do that?
Oh my God, I think it's about our value in the human rights and also the diversity, equity, and inclusion issues. I believe that one of the principle about the human rights that's really important for every one of you to know, that no one's left behind, whatever the conditions, no matter where you come from, no matter what your background, no matter what your religion, no matter where your physically conditions. I believe no one's left behind, and this principle should be our main principle when we work for the community. And I'm just talking this to not only to my community in Bastra ID, but also to whole people who work with me together, especially when we advocate for this sensitive issues related to religion. And I believe that one of the things that really being highlights about this issue is how we as a role model also need to being credible, and also always be passionate to the things that we love, and we want to advocate to other people, so other people will believe, and also we can convince them to join as well in our movement.
I love that you shared about being credible and being passionate. And I think especially when you are a young chick, maker, when you're someone who, you know, is either still in school or is recently graduated, right? Having that credibility is super important because investors or people looking at you might be like, oh, but you're so young. Like, what do you really know about the world? And where sometimes you might not have that credibility in terms of age, you absolutely have it in terms of passion. So let's talk about your
Right,
entrepreneurship.
thank you.
Of course. Of course. I want to talk about your entrepreneurship journey. How young were you? When did you know that you were an entrepreneur and that you wanted to start your own company?
Um, all right. I start and also found Buster ID through my passion, where I have a life purpose to build literacy and also socio-emotional skills for young people, especially in Indonesia. I think Buster ID not only being a platform where I want to lead, I want to show myself, but more than that, I want to internalize my value, especially this kind value to whole people, not only the people around myself, but also around Indonesia, all over around Indonesia, even the world. Where last year I've also had the opportunity to go abroad, and I think that's the opportunity for me to disseminate and also internalize. This value and influence this value to other peoples. And about the entrepreneurship, I prefer to say this as the social entrepreneurship because I'm working in the social community where we work pro bono. We work in a non-profit era, but we still consider about the sustainability of our businesses and also organizations. But at the end of the day, our purpose is to advocate our mission and also value in our community. And I'm starting the social entrepreneurship, especially Buster ID, to connect with other people, to be more aware and also use in Indonesian language and literature skills to solve their problems. To many kind of opportunity, it's quite seems like the opportunity that in the starting moment we start to disseminate and also influence other people to join us as well in the fellowship, in the competitions, and the event related to Indonesian language and literature educations. Due to I have a major in Indonesian language and literature education in my bachelor degree, and from that I believe that through this platform who bigger day by day, I believe that we need to be able um, connect with more people, especially to make it more serious, to make it um, more complex, especially to arrange the objective that we want, where at that time we pretty sure that Best ID can be the community that disseminate language and literature as the skills to solve the problem, especially the social problem, through many kind of products like Berembuk card. Oh my God, this is the card that I want to show to you guys that
Ooh.
actually this card is a field of a worship place where other people can play the game together, and we discuss together about the diversity, equity, and inclusion series. And but back to the Buster ID, I just want to you guys to know that this platform is a more than something that I lead, but also we lead it together because actually from the 5 years ago, we still in the voluntary base where many people out there can work together with us, no matter what, no matter where what your background. We believe that um, we can connect when it being a communal and being we can amplify the message to whole people when many people can join with us. That's why it's really important for us to always bring the voluntary based principle in our community.
Honestly, Tito, I can tell that you are indeed a social entrepreneur. It is very clear to me that you care not about profits, but actually about people and about creating a social change, about creating an environment, an ecosystem, a community where people feel safe, that people feel like they use language thoughtfully to talk to one another and solve problems. And you mentioned quite a bit
Absolutely.
about, yes, and you mentioned quite a bit about the Indonesian language learning. You studied it, you have a degree in it, you use it in your cards and in your work. Maybe for the people who don't know anything about Indonesian language, what is the name of the languages predominantly spoken in Indonesia? How many people speak them? And maybe you can teach me how to say like hello.
Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. Actually, in my previous provisions, I'm also the teacher for the foreigner about Indonesian language. Teach foreigner to teach Indonesian language. So follow me. To say how are you, you should say apa kabar.
Apa kabat?
Good. Oh my God, perfect. And then when we want to say about uh, hi all people, you should say halo semuanya.
Hello semuanya.
Halo semuanya.
Hello, hello semuanya.
All right. Oh my God, what's so cool?
Y'all have
Cool
to tell me. You guys,
pronunciation.
I think your followers need to tell me in the comments, was it good or was it bad? I think I need to keep practicing.
That's good. That's good. Oh my God.
I think it's really incredible. You know, language is something that connects people no matter what your background is, right? You can be any religion, any race, any nationality, but if you can speak somebody's language, it is a tool for inclusion. It is a tool for having conversation, you know, and I think it's amazing that that's something that it's so important to you and to the work that you do.
Yeah. Definitely. When we talk about language, it's more than about Indonesian language, English, Spanish, or French. But this is the skills that everyone need to aware more because any four things that the language skills we need to define more is about how we're listening, how we can speak. And also how we can read properly and also can write properly. That's why it's really important for everyone to be more aware about these skills so our life can be better to solve many kind of problem in our life.
Definitely. You are spot on, Tito. And I hope that everyone who is watching this interview is literally taking notes right now because you are giving us some really thoughtful and practical tools on how we can have the conversation that we want to have, even if they're difficult. Tito, I'm curious because obviously we're here today because of opportunity. You are the runner-up of the 2023 ODIC competition, and
Yeah.
I'm curious about how did you first discover Opportunity Desk?
I actually discover opportunity desk on my Instagram, where I also really, as a curious person, I really want to get and also find many kind of platform who can spread about the opportunities. And yeah, I found opportunity desk as a one of the platform that really perfect for me because it share about many kind of fellowships, scholarships, even the international event that we can join as well there. And I think it's really rare to found this kind of opportunity and informations through the local platform. So I think in more than opportunity desk got to me. I think this platform is a really help many people, not only in Indonesia but also all over around the world to grow and also be better about their their passions and career.
Mm. Mm. Honestly, I also love Opportunity Desk. It's been such a great resource for me. And I was laughing because this past month, you were the March 2024 Young Person of the Month, featured and highlighted on Opportunity Desk. And I was laughing because I was the Opportunity Desk Young Person of the Month way back in May 2019.
Wow, 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 wow. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's
I
why
know.
maybe that's also the reason why you being a media partner of Opportunity Desk this year.
Absolutely. You know, I can really
Yeah.
look back at Opportunity Desk and say I have literally gotten opportunities from the website. And so there was
Mm.
no better way for me and my brand now to partnership and collaborate with Opportunity Desk than to be able to amplify your voice and the voices of other young change makers like you from all over the world. Like, I love it.
Couldn't agree more. That's really impactful. Perfect.
Exactly, exactly. Because you've had so many interesting opportunities all over the world with the great work that you're doing, can you tell us about a particular opportunity or trip or maybe something that you've participated in that really like taught you a lot and left an impact on you?
Um, Actually, last year I got the opportunity to um, join in one of fellowship in the United States. The name
Ooh,
of the fellowship is a Young Southeast Asian Leader Initiative Program, academic fellowship program, where I study in the University of Nebraska at Omaha on civic engagement major. On that fellowship, I got the opportunity to learn how the complexity of human rights, including diversity, equity, and inclusions, and be more passionate in education. Of course, it's also really strengthening how I can be more aspiring with my life purpose until now. And I believe that actually on that time where I also found this from the opportunity desk, I found my mission. I found my agreed aspirations to not only join as well in the fellowship and scholarships, but more than that, I believe that from many kind of event that I have before, uh, we as a human need to giving back to the community. That's why it's really impactful for me to meet many kind of platform like opportunity desk, including to connect with you through this live, because and in the final and the end of the day, we always have the orientation to giving back to the community.
definitely. Giving back and being a servant leader is something that I think is really important. And it's very clear, you know, people who are invested in communities, the people who are invested in the greater good of the world, you know who those people are. You can see it and how they move, their energy, the types of programs and projects that they take on. And I'm curious, you know, for folks who are watching this right now, Tito, who are saying, you know what, I want to get more involved in peace building. I want to get more involved in human rights and diversity, equity, and inclusion work. What advice do you have for them on how they can start that journey?
Um, at least I have uh, three advice about it. I want to share to you guys the first one to be more inspired to your life purpose. I believe that for your informations, before this, I'm also the teacher of a life purpose class to the for the young people in Indonesia to help them found their life purpose. One of the highlights about this things is you need to find your life purpose who's never end until even you pass away from this world. That's why literacy and also socio emotionals built it to the for the young generations in Indonesia being my life purpose because I believe it's being the never it's never ending where other people still connected still have the problem about it. That's why it's really important for us to keep aspiring to the life purpose that we have. And the second one, I really love to say that we need to be able have the leadership capacity and capabilities. Uh, it's not only when we talk about leadership, it talk about the three things, the three steers where we can lead self, lead people, then lead change. That's why this is a really lifetime and long journey experience where every one of you who watching this show right now to pursue and also bring these skills as the principle and also value of your life. And the last one is to strengthening your value and vision of life. That's a really important because this will guide you to always passionate, to always care about the issues that you believe in, because no matter what, or I am passionate in the AI. Maybe Nikki also passionate in the social change or many kind of issues. I believe that we need to strengthening our value and vision in our life. So that's why. It's a really important to create a change, a better day by day, and make other people believe with what we did before and what we are doing
Mm,
until now.
mm. Tito, I'm literally taking notes. You said lead self, lead people, and lead change. Did I get that correctly?
Sure, right, right. That is star of leadership that we need to pursue. Even but this is not the trichotomy that we've learned when we finished in our lead self, then we move to lead people, then we move to lead change. That is not the trichotomy, but at the end of the day, this is a lifelong journey where today maybe we lead self, tomorrow we lead people, but at the end of the day, when we lead people, we always learn about how to lead self again. So that's why it's really even these stairs, this is not the trichotomy of the differences.
I love that. It's not just kind of like a once and done thing. You don't just check a box like, okay, I've led myself, now I can lead people. It's this constantly evolving and circular way of thinking about how to be a powerful leader, how to be an inclusive leader. And I think that that's something that's really, really important for people to think about. Like, what type of leader are they? How do they interact with themselves? How do they interact with other people around them? How do they interact with the sustainable development goals and the biggest challenges that the world is facing right now? I'm curious for you, Tito, can you give us an example of one time when you were using the Barumbo card and you had like a light bulb moment with somebody? Like you were facilitating a session, you were working with people who were using the cards. Can you give us an example of a time when somebody was reading something or learned something that they didn't know before?
Hmm. Absolutely. Actually, when can see the bamboo card and feel by the many kind of worship places all over around Indonesia, not only mosque but also church and also pura and many kind of worship places from different religion. And when they play this card, they also learn about these worship places. Many people maybe before that don't know about the differences because they always live in the homogen community, and I think it's quite a great impactful time for us to describe and also tell them about these differences because we come from the country that really appreciate and also has the ideology in Pancasila where the diversity is really appreciated as the value of our life. And beside that, one of the system of a berembu cards is when people can clap the card on the table. The team who clap it first, they need and they will get the problem cases. One of our example problem cases about the four things, which is the diversity issues and also gender inequality, and also bullying issues, and the last one is about the uninclusivity issues, especially about the disability discriminations. And from that, many people who respond it with negative way, in a positive way, but at the end of the day, this card is a really open the interfaith dialogue where after that moment we also always have the reflection time to ensure that they can change their mindset and perspective about the way they answer that questions. That's why this bamboo card is a really funny. More than they playing the card, they also can discuss and also can solve, trying to solve many kind of problem that they maybe never met before.
Right. Honestly, that's such an interesting example, and I like how thoughtful the cards are about not just interfaith dialogue and religious inclusion, but also gender, but also people who have different abilities, right? It's like really thoughtful about having these conversations about diversity, across the board and giving people that platform to do it. And
Definitely.
it seems like even outside of Basra ID and the Bamboo Card, you yourself are doing quite a bit of this work with other organizations and institutions. So can you tell us a little bit about the different partner organizations that you work with to spread this mission of peace building, more inclusive spaces?
Yeah, we play the bamboo card not only in school but also in the office, which is in a private sector or public sector. We've been trying to disseminate this card to giving the experience everyone to play these cards, not only to play but also to know what's the value inside of it. Um, and one of the impressions that I really love is how not only children, not only young generations, even the old generations, people, mature people also uh, don't doesn't expose so much about the differences. And through this Berembu card, we introduce our value and disseminate it to them, so they also can integrate it to their life and also realize how important it is. Because at the end of the day, our orientations is to um, disseminate the highest tier of the DEI, which is the inclusivity, where no one left behind. Like what I said before, it's not only about the physical conditions, but also about people who face the challenge in our life. So that's why this challenge should be decreased by us, and also we need to always try and caring more to provide the way how to face the challenge and how to solve the challenge, so the world can be inclusive and to be a better world to us as a change maker.
I love, love, love that. We are all change makers in our own way. And sometimes we need to be reminded of that, that every little act that we do and every kind of energy that we put out into the world creates change for better or for worse. So hopefully people are using that power and that for good.
Yeah, absolutely. And how about your experience in diversity, equity, and inclusion issues? Maybe you can share to my followers who are watching right now.
Absolutely. For me personally, my entire life has been a journey of cross cultural awareness. My dad is Black American from the United States. My mom is from Iran originally. So, my whole life growing up, I grew up in this multicultural and multinational household. My dad would say one thing and have one perspective. My mom would say another thing and have her perspective. And they would look to me and they would look to my brother and say, "What do you think?" So growing up in that very multicultural household, and then from there moving to Singapore, moving across the
Mm.
United, moving to South Africa, I've had to then integrate myself into so many different types of languages, religions, backgrounds, gender, sexualities, all of these things. And I take each of those moments as a learning opportunity. For me, it's so exciting to meet people who are different than me. For me, it's so exciting to meet people who don't speak the same language as me, who don't have the same skin color as me, right? Like there are so many types of diverse and dynamic people in the world. And so when I travel around the world as an MC, as a host, as a presenter, it's really my opportunity to say, okay, when I go to the Philippines, or when I go to Indonesia, or when I go to Nigeria, or when I go to Mexico, what do people like in this place? What do people eat? What do people study? What do people practice? And I try to learn those things from people while I'm there so that I can be the most understanding and the most inclusive of their practices and their beliefs. And I can go back and share that with people who I know from other parts of the world. So for me, that's kind of how I try to connect the dots for people who are different, because I truly believe that at the end of the day, despite all of our differences, we are actually so much more similar than the media would have us believe, that our leaders would have us believe. It doesn't matter what we look or what we practice. Like, actually, we all want life. We all want freedom. We all want safety. We all want abundance. We all want comfort. Those are things that we all want, no matter what language you speak or what religion you practice.
Yeah, absolutely. And the last door of it is actually how we stand for the human rights for all of things.
Exactly. Exactly. And I think when you move through the world with a social justice lens and with a human rights lens, then you really start to understand people better. I had an experience on a plane a couple weeks ago, Tito, where I was on a plane and an old woman sat down on the plane and she was in the wrong seat. And the only reason I knew she was in the wrong seat was because there was this older couple that was yelling at her, basically, and saying, "You're in the wrong seat. Like, why are you sitting here? You need to move." And it was very obvious to me that the woman didn't even know what they were saying. She didn't speak English, right? Or maybe it was her first time on a plane. And so after this couple was just yelling at her and telling her to move, I just simply walked over to her. I looked at her. I held out my hand. I smiled at her and I just waved, like, "Come with me," And you could see automatically, she had a friend. She had an ally. She had someone who, even though we didn't speak the same language, I don't know what language she spoke, I was able to help her move into her correct seat instead of those other people who just stood there and yelled at her, right? And didn't give her an opportunity to, like, express herself or say anything. And I just feel like those are the types of moments and opportunities where cross-cultural capital, your ability to understand people from different backgrounds and different places, those are the opportunities that I think are really, really important. We need so much more of that.
Interestingly, especially when we already internalize the kindness, the human rights value in our life, I think help people is the easy things that maybe that's being the mandatory things that we need to do when we have the opportunity to help. So that's a cool thing. Thank you for sharing.
Of course. I thought I was interviewing you, but now you're interviewing me.
This is the rare experience where my followers also can watch this after this.
Yes, yes. Well, don't worry, Tito. I'm definitely going to be adding you as a collaborator on this interview once it's up. So everyone, you can share this with your friends. You can post it on your stories. Tag me at They Call Me Bands. Tag Tito at Tocads. Literally, if you're not following us yet, you need to right now. Go to the top of your screen, hit that little white arrow. You'll be able to follow Tito. You'll be able to follow me and share this conversation. And I actually want to throw it to the audience to see if the audience has any questions for you. So if you have questions for Tito, put them in the comments. Put them where that little, like, question mark is in the thought bubble, and I will read out any of the questions that you have for Tito, our incredible young change maker and peace builder, the 2023 ODIC runner-up from Indonesia. And Tito, I guess one of the things that I want to ask you again as we wait for folks to ask their questions to you in the chat is what's next for you? What's on the horizon? What are you excited about for the rest of 2024 and the next couple of years?
Absolutely. My specific plan is actually secret, but one of the
Woo!
things that I really want to share to you guys is I believe that I need to always stand and also work, even involve and run on my aspirations on literacy, socio-emotional, and also diversity, equity, and inclusions. I think 2024 really being the year where I can advocate more people not only me but also with my community stronger than before. I hope so. And at the end of the day, this advocate moment is to raising the awareness of people out there to invite and also convince them uh, to join as well in the issues that we believe in, which is literacy, diversity, equity, and inclusions. But at the end of the day, I'm always trying to always strengthening my capabilities as a leader, and also help people to strengthening their capabilities as a leader too, because we all are leader in our life, at least in ourselves. And I believe that to improving the capabilities, I think this is many ways that I can pursue this year, like join as well in many kind of fellowship opportunities. I go abroad, even I hope that I can get the opportunity to study in a higher degree this year in the other country, especially to learn about educations and diversity, equity, and inclusion more complex than I've known before, that I've not now, because I believe that I need to realize that I'm the only person who small in this world. That's why I need to collect many kind of experience from other people from all over around the world, other places from all over around the world. So this life can be more impressive for me as the memories, as the things that really satisfy myself to always as is aspire to the my life purpose, which is literacy, social emotionals, and also diversity, equity, and inclusions.
Honestly, Tito, it's so incredible that you're sitting here saying, as I look forward in 2024 and in the rest of my life, I'm going to try to keep working on myself as a leader so that I can keep supporting other people to be the leaders that they are. Like, that is absolutely incredible. That is gold. You are such a rock star, and it is no surprise whatsoever that you were as highly ranked in the Opportunity Desk Impact Challenge as you were, because you truly have vested interest in creating a more inclusive, a more thoughtful, and a more equitable world. So I take my proverbial hat off to you because honestly,
Yeah.
we're
One
rooting.
of the things that really that being my highlights is actually the quotes from the Roosevelt, where people don't care how much you know, but people uh, will care. Oh my God, I forgot the quotes. What's the quotes? One of the highlights is how we need to be more caring more to the people, so they will know how much we caring more to them to help them. So that's why it's really important for us to always orient it to this value to always help people no matter the conditions.
100%, Tito. Absolutely. And I see that you did get a question here from one of the amazing humans who is tuned in to the live today. Bannister Athletics is in the building, aka my brother, Julian Bannister. Shout out. Okay. And he is asking you, he's saying, Tito, is your business a nonprofit or is it a for profit? And how did you actually get the production of the cards going? So, how did you actually print the cards?
Hmm. Um, like what I said before, that Buster ID is actually a social entrepreneurship where we always find a way to keep sustain through many ways, but we still on a non-profits moment, because we have the orientations to always connect with the people with our visions. But at the end of the day, to keep our movement sustained, we have many kind of strategy, like we propose the grant for from many institutions, like from the public sectors, private sectors, that maybe will help us that connect with our value, so they can give the opportunity and also that grant to us. So that's being the opportunity that we always collect until now, and being our strategic that we always use until now. Um, yeah, at the end of the day, Basra is still the non-profit organizations that always stands for the social entrepreneurship.
Incredible. Thank you so much, Tito, for answering that question. Thank you to Banister Athletics for asking such a thoughtful question for Tito. And Tito, as we close up our interview, I just want to say that I am so inspired by you and your leadership. I'm so honored to know you and to know that there are incredible young activists and peace builders like yourself in Indonesia. I can't wait to see what the social entrepreneurship ecosystem looks like in Indonesia and how it continues to grow because of talented and thoughtful people like yourself. And as we close here, is there any final words that you want to share with our NIKKI BANZ live audience here today?
Yeah, absolutely. I really love the appreciation is I really love your energy. That's a really huge energy. That's why I'm really comfort for these conversations to sharing more about what I've been doing through before in my community, in myself, in my leadership experience. And I just want to repeat the quotes that I forgot before, that I found and remember it. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So be more caring, be more people who aware for the issues around you, and also keep aspiring for the issues that you believe in. So you can be a great leader. You can create a change for the world, for a better world.
Wow. Wow, 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 Tito. A powerful closing message to remember to care for yourself, to care for others around you, and to care for this incredible world that we live in. I see that Dancing Queen is in the chat saying, love that, with a fire emoji. I'm so happy there's been so many people
Thank
who have
you.
tuned
Thank you
in
so
throughout this
much.
hour. Tito, to all of your amazing followers, thank you, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to this NIKKI BANZ Live exclusive interview in collaboration with Opportunity Desk, featuring one of Indonesia's most powerful young change makers, Tito Tree Kadafi. Once again, if you're not following Tito, literally go to the top of your screen right now. Hit that little white arrow in the middle of the screen. You can go and follow Tito right now. You can follow me on Instagram as well at They Call Me Bands. I see that Mrs. Dani Galu is saying amazing quotes, Tito. I see that Auli Atrucia is saying, Tito, thank you for sharing. Amazing. Thank you all for being here. This is NIKKI BANZ Live and Opportunity Desk featuring Tito Tree Kadafi. Signing out. We'll see you next Tuesday. Thank you, Tito. You're a star.
See you all. Happy Ramadan, all, especially for Muslims from all over around the world. Bye.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
Ramadan Kareem, Ramadan Mubarak to all of our
Ramadan
Muslim
Kareem.
across the world. And happy Easter to the Christians who just celebrated.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's a great day for us.
I love it. Bye, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye bye.